Welcome to another video from Dr. Lock. What you're looking at here is a lock cylinder, and these are the bottom pins in red. These are the driver pins in blue, and they're the springs on top. When the shear line meets, it basically rotates this inner part here, we call the plug, and the key turns and the lock opens. Now somebody with a lot of time on their hands, and this was brought to me to my attention by a guy called, I think it's Shaw from UK London. Thanks for the email and thanks for the heads up on this, and I'm just going to show everybody this because these people, these uni people have way too much time on their hands, and their whole idea in my eyes is flawed. Leave your comments down below what you think. What they want to do is they want to judge the height of these pins by using the ramp and the sound that it makes when you insert the key. Now this sounds kind of okay, but I'm going to tell you why it's basically a load of rubbish in my eyes. Researchers can duplicate a key from the sound they make in the lock. Ooh. So basically, when you put it in the key, it makes a certain sound. They're able to use it with the computer software, and you can actually, you don't need anything fancy. They can do it with just a good smartphone or a smart doorbell if it's placed close enough. Click, 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 and yep. To be honest with you, lock pins don't make that much noise. Okay, this is not going to work, and I'm glad it's not a Kickfund page, because I'd hate to see people throwing their money away at it. So they've got their little video here, and you can see their actual uni and all the rest, and you know, they're trying to say that, you know, it's a plausible thing, and I'll tell you why I don't think much of it at all. So let's get rid of that. So you see these ramps here, basically the pin goes up, it goes click, 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 makes all these sounds. They don't really make that many sounds. I'll give you just a little bit look at the clip so we can get a bit of an idea.
So physical locks and keys are primarily used to secure doors and mailboxes.
Yeah, we get all that.
On locks as opposed to keys.
Yeah, we get all that.
Matching keys being inserted into the lock.
P1, P5.
Sets of pins actually align at this particular
Okay.
sound during key insertion.
Okay. And this is what the audio thing sounds like. Okay. If you're using just a standard key, like a really, really simple C4, this might be plausible in some circumstances, but it's not really going to work that well. If you're using a TE2, there's going to be differences in the key blank, and you're going to get a completely different sound. So you're going to need a different sound pattern for each one and calculate each pin depth based on that. Okay, so there's just two of the issues that I have. Next one, if you really want to stump them, because I'm sure they go to uni, I don't, but I mean, have they ever considered the contour cut, the cut with barb, or the smooth cut? I think this will stuff them, because if you've got the smooth cut here, those pins are riding on a ramp going up and down. They're not making noises. If you're doing the barbed, okay, sure, it jumps over the barbs, but each little piece of barbed here is different. What happens if you use a HPC compared to a key line or compared to a Silka key machine? What the difference is that everybody does these barbs differently. So these barbs can be different. You've probably got 3, 4, 5 different types of barbed shapes from different manufacturers. Not to mention, what happens if you've impressioned a key and all of these are not smooth, but they're like little semicircles? It's just not gonna work. It's not feasible. Okay, let's go to lock pins. Different diameter lock pins are different sizes, different weights. Okay, so they're going to make different sounds. If you couple that up with a different strength of different strength of spring, basically what's going to happen is that it's going to make a different sound. If your spring is highly pressurized, you're going to get a certain sound when it goes over a ramp. If it's got a very weak spring, you're not going to get as much sound. Okay, so that's just a few of the little points that I came up with. Let's throw in master pins. See these blue things along here? They're master pins. So if they're listening for the sound of, let's say, this red first chamber, okay, they're actually going to sort of be hearing all of this. Okay, they're not actually hearing just the pin that's dropping. So I think master pins is going to stuff them up too. But nevertheless, if they've got the time to do this type of research and put this out there, we should at least look at it. So after listening to or getting the sound and then creating this audio file, putting it back through the computer, they can then 3D print a key. Okay, it might have worked a few times, but I believe the method and the theory behind it is flawed, and I wonder who's paying the bill to come up with this type of stuff, because that just doesn't sound like a feasible long-term solution to the problem of trying to, you know, to do it. I understand when they came, some uni students and all came up with taking photos from long distances and things. All those things are quite plausible and they do work, and there is merit in them. But listening to the sounds of the click, click, click as they jump over the barb, to me, it's rubbish, absolute rubbish. But I put it out there because it's well worth knowing that, you know, people are out there trying it, something new to show you. So I'm not a fan of this. Prove me wrong. Put it in the comments if you reckon there's merit in this and you would invest in this. You know, put it down below. I'd like to see what other people think. I think it's I think it's a crock of shit, to be honest with you. Different size pins, master pins, different key broaches too, different pin lengths for each and every one of them. So I just can't do it. And if you really want to throw them around, how about this? This will set them back a bit of time. A sidebar, 2 sets of pins, or a sidebar, or any high security key will basically do it. I mean, they're never going to be able to, get all the pin sizes, pin heights, pin sounds. It is possible, but it's most likely not. It's not a feasible solution. Leave your comments down below. Tell me what you think of the sound, not the sound of music, the sound of pins dropping. It's so quiet you could hear lock pins dropping. Tell me what you think about it. Are they dropping, or is it just animal droppings? You tell me. Thanks for watching.